In the beginning of this movement, it was all a dream. The passion, the dedication, the persistence to achieve greatness, to reach each and every speaker from here on out.
Let me turn it down because I was just on Instagram and they ain't play that shit over there. So it was like, wait a minute, hold up. And you know what? I'm like, ugh. You know, they already revealing everything to us. We already know that y'all be knowing stuff. Hey, yo, why I always used to thought that Future and Chainz was like the same person. Like, you know what I mean? Child, we need a new microphone. That's another reason why I've been on here. But honestly, yeah. I've been really busy with this new business endeavor, career venture. So that's why I've not been like uploading and things like that. Thank you for your patience. But y'all know I am genuinely fucking concerned. Let me stop. I gotta stop with the cussing. I'm genuinely concerned about this girl. Ever since I saw this girl, like I said, a lot of people don't know that I'm not in their age range. Okay? But I care about our people and I'm a mom. And it's just simple as that. And I don't see how people can, I mean, I guess I'm not like a lot of people. I don't see how people can not give a fuck. But everyone is different nowadays, child. My daughter is so sad. She's a teenager. And she tells me how, she really, the times that she appreciates how I'm like all about her is when like her friends let her, like their parents let them do whatever they want. Like that's the times where it really hits her. Like damn, my mom actually just loves me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I'm not just a mom. I'm that mom. I am the one. Like wait a minute, let's just snot out your nose. Let's put this Vaseline on your face. And I'm talking about you could be a teenager. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Blow your nose. What are you talking about? We talking about here go the Vaseline. What you talking about? Your skin will get dry. What you saying? Okay. Like So and again, I didn't know. So I didn't know Blueface. Everybody, like she got popular because of Blueface. I became intrigued with them because of her. Because she's from Baltimore. All right, and I'm from Baltimore. So, and this shit is said. And it's just like this whole we've all been through this. And I say, I'm looking at them and I just want to know if her story will be different. It's kind of letting girls that have gone through this situation, like, let me see if I can be heard first. Damn. Letting us know. Because sometimes you think, well, damn, could it have worked out if we would have had that much money? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you think that money is the issue. Could it have worked out? So let me see, you know what I mean? Okay. So, but in the reality, the situation is that's just not what it's about because these motherfuckers got money, right? It's character. It's just the intent. It's just so fucking much. So, all right, let's listen to this phone call and break this shit down. First of all, he didn't call her. He called the friend. So he's already planned that kind of game. And he's a boy. So that's what he's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And I know he's a grown man, as far as the legal people say, but he's a boy. We already know. We already know how long it takes our men to grow, hunty. And I mean, you got look who's running his life. Whack 100 is a 50-year-old man wearing jewelry. You know what I'm saying? He's child, somebody grandfather, and the whole time I'm not gonna talk about that man right now or his child that he needs to straighten out. But in any event, so it's just like these people really don't have stand up people around them, and I just see Native American brown people that with a little twist and a turn and some books, they could go a whole nother way. I mean, it just would have been anyway. Let me listen to this phone call, chill. So anyway, he had his friend call her instead of him. So he's like playing games with her. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got this from Instagram, but shout out to Mesha CML Gossip. I got this from Instagram. Okay. Anyway. So you know how, I don't know if you know particularly, but if you ever dated somebody that went to jail, and it's just kind of like this playboy kind of thing. So here's another reason why I kind of connected with them. So he reminds me of my son's father, my first son. Okay. And he was like a hot boy, like literally a hot boy. Like he literally loved cash money, like juvenile, because we was in that time. Okay. All right. So, and I mean, just and had it like that too. So, so he thought he was like a slick type nigga. So it goes like this. So when they get locked up, they want to play games. They got, first of all, I'm not gonna call you right away too much. I'm gonna call my mans because I can get my mans to call a bunch of bitches for me. You know what I'm saying? I got one jail call. I can't get you to call, like he can't get Chrisean to call Bonnie Bella. And I'm sorry if that ain't her name. I know the child name with this hard, strong face and these high, hard cheekbones, child. Okay. And JD Wady. He can't get Chrisean to call these people and all the other hoes that we don't know about yet. So he gonna call his homeboy. You understand that? So he called the homeboy. So bam, and then she do sound sad. Oh, shout out to the girl who left that comment on the community post wall. I did not know what you was talking about. You said she sounded sad, and I was like, but then I heard the jail call today, and I was like, damn, she sounds so sad. I was like, oh, that's what the girl was talking about. So yeah, she do sound sad. She sound like she just holding on to she sounds like she is waiting by that phone. She sounds like she's literally about to break. Like she can just break. Like he has her entire heart in his hands, child. And if he just ever so lightly bend, ooh, it's sad. It is sad. And see, that's not no shit. I didn't play it like that, hunty. But that's why I said I want to see how it works out for them. Okay. Because she's going to give him what he wants in jail. She's going to be like dedicated to him in the situation. He's still going to play her like maybe, maybe not. Is you being a good girl? I really, okay. Let's just go ahead. Let's just go ahead.
Yeah, I got you.
So just to be sure y'all heard that, I don't know how good it's going, but he said, call my wife for me real fast. Oh, they trying to fuck with my shit, y'all. My bad. And that's another reason why they can't grow, because people judge him, people judge her. I don't know what y'all might have heard, but I hope y'all heard him say he love her, miss you. He said that first. And also, he told the man, call my wife. So that is what his friends know her to be referenced as, his wife. The man never even said Chrisean. So that's what it is for them in their personal circle. People just don't like it. They can go through all this beating and banging, all this bloodshed, all this bullshit. And let's make it very clear. He's not in jail because of her. And that's the thing that I'm surprised of. See, ooh, child, I got some shit to share. This is a serious podcast, like I said. I got some shit to share after this jail call, because this was a plan. I have a notion about something, because if you realize it's on the Instagram, this is about money. You guys need to understand that this social media and your attention, this thing is about money. There are other people on Instagram that used to make money before their whole entire situation started to take over. Notice how when he started to come for other rappers that are owned by other labels, his ass was grass. He was then in jail on some probation shit from 2 years ago. But we seen the bruises on Jayden. We seen the bruises on Chrisean. I am not by any way, I do not condone domestic violence. I'm talking about the truth, the reality of the situation. Because if it was my daughter, he'd be under. Now moving forward. Okay. The reality of the situation is people have already known he had violated that probation 100,000 times. But when he started to mess with the industry's money, he had to sit at LA Men's County Prison. Wait a minute.
Miss you. I love you. Huh? Oh, I appreciate you calling me. Huh? Okay, Daddy. Baby, you haven't called me. I've been waiting for your call.
And this when you know you straight up ninja. And then you what you gonna say? And that's what you gonna say? That's what you gonna say, Blueface? That's a mess. That's a mess. And if y'all knew how much he sounded like my baby father sounded, that shit is crazy. See, I didn't belong with no person like that. That's why we ain't together, honey. You know what I mean? Hot boys are cool and things like that, but I was still a straight up, like kind of like a square, but I'm like kind of cool because my granddaddy's a slick nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't with all that shooting my bang bang, and they be the real slick niggas. I don't know, because Blueface had a whole bang. He had a whole dark winged duck hairstyle. So I don't know.
Yes, Daddy. What is wrong with you? Why is you calling me like this?
Oh, my mic went in and out. This nigga said mic check 1 2 1 2. So basically, that was the end of the jail call for that one. And shout out the phone calls from prison, because I contacted her. I said, could you please get Jonathan Carter, aka Blueface, phone calls on YouTube? I said he's in the LA Men's County Prison in Los Angeles, California. I said it twice. And she contacted me too. I love you for that, boo. And she was like, she tried several times to get the phone calls, from California, and California never releases it, every time she tries. So chill, because I want to hear everything he's saying, who all he's talking to, because here's my issue. This is why we are gathered here today. Because I already had this thumbnail, and then I added that damn phone call when I sent it on Instagram a little while ago. So here's my problem. Oh, and I'm so glad I did hear him say, love you, miss you. I'm glad I heard that, because, and for this little trifling bitch KARLISSA to say, I know my son, yeah, bitch, and you don't give a fuck about him, because if you knew him and gave a fuck, he wouldn't even be in that industry. He wouldn't be in that industry, because, so real quick, my oldest son, we went on not an interview. This was an audition for Nickelodeon. This is for the show Drake and Josh. So, that was a long time ago, right? And he did settle for another brown boy. So we went to it was at a hotel, not in the damn room, but y'all know how it's at the downstairs. If you ever have been in an audition for any show, they have it in the ballrooms and meeting rooms downstairs or whatever. So we come there and our little hoopty, they have, a lot of these children have money already. There were limousines that pulled up, Escalades that pulled up, and I just had me and my little baby, and he's like 7. He's about 7. The 7 or 8. He was 8 because we got the little. We even went to our little downtown area, got the little photos, like just ghetto, child, because we ain't have the money, so we couldn't get no real portfolio, child. And then people respected that shit. They ain't even care. Let me tell you, my son got the part right now. So we go in there, and they tell you a couple lines, and you need to remember you're in this like a long line, going down the hallway, going into the room, and the cameraman makes the decision. The cameraman makes the final decision because that's what happened. So you see a couple people before you through the glass and everything, and then I don't see nothing from the cameraman, and then they leave, right? So then it's his turn, right? And he forgets, he fumbles, and then he just goes, great. and he pulls out and he smiles and he puts his thumbs up like great, whatever line he forgot. And the fucking cameraman put his fucking thumb up. He put it all the way down like to the people like behind him, like it's good. And my heart dropped because I knew that was good because nobody else got that notion. And then they told us, all right, guys, you go this way. We did not. Everybody else did their thing and left. Nobody said anything. Nobody stopped them. Let's come on, guys, you're going to go this way. So we go down this way, go down this hallway, right? And go into a bigger room. It's just a bigger meeting room. And it's like, it's weird. It's just all these empty chairs. And then we go all the way down and it's a table. And there were 2 men and a woman. And I told this story earlier on my channel. And they were representatives of Nickelodeon. And the one man, they were both gentlemen that had visible makeup on their faces, right? Like foundation. The one gentleman seemed to have, I don't know if his lips were that pink or had they been tinted. I don't know what he had his eyebrows done up. And the strange thing was that he had no shirt underneath of a suit jacket, a blazer. And he had hair on his chest and a chain, he made me nervous because the way he outwardly looked without the shirt underneath the jacket, you could see if it was a shirt, it was so, I don't know. And then the way he looked at my son very slowly from the bottom to the top to the bottom. And that's why it was so hard. And we held each other's hands tightly. We'd already been holding hands. And then we squeezed each other's hands tightly. It was the same time. So they were talking to us about what was going to happen, where he would go, how he would spend his days recording for Drake and Josh and this and that, and where I would be and how everything would be taken care of. And I would be here and they had this thing for me to do and that thing for me to do. And there's one person, so there's a woman speaking, there's a gentleman nodding every now and then saying things. And then there's that man with no shirt on, still looking at us. So I was very young at the time. It's my first job. And so I said, okay, is it okay if we step out and think about it? And so we took it. So we walk out and then we both just keep walking. I don't know what was going on. We both just kept walking straight out the hotel, straight to the parking lot. And then I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, do you want to do this? And he says, no, no. So we hugged each other and we drove away. We were so happy. It was a huge, huge relief. There is no way in my Native American red brown spirits that I would have gone anywhere with any persons that look like those persons. Any man that looks like my child like that. You got a 50-year-old man calling himself Whack 100 and you let that boy go with him. These men have invested in the death and murder of brown men that look like your father, look like your husband. Bitch, you don't care about your son. That's why I say that I make these little people don't really look into those videos, but I know that they do. See, Blueface and Chrisean, I'm not one that talks, and I don't have to, that's not a brag. You think people don't know about you, people know about you, honey. And you can tell by the certain people that come to your channel. But in any event, there's no way in this world, if I love my son, if I didn't love my son, then he would be, God forbid, right now, right? The way that man was looking at him, how poor we were, I hadn't learned enough life lessons. I had gone through a situation with drinking after that. So had I had said yes, we would have been finished surely. So that's what I say, that woman don't even love her goddamn son. But in any event, so that's the thing that worries me, right? So you have this, right? So I'm listening to him. I'm looking at the situation from a whole. She caused a major disruption on the internet. They cost money when they were sent there taking up them Instagram waves. So I said to myself, you know, they always make a plan ahead of time. I think something happened where, see, Blueface feels responsible for Chrisean for a reason. It's for a reason. It's not just because she's in this, that's one of the reasons that she's in this entertainment world and he knows that it's a wicked place, right? But something else, at some point, I believe that he allowed one of the outside influences to get to him and to get into his ear. And I believe that he may have agreed. He may have agreed to a situation to be rid of her. Not per se for good, but rid of her in a way where it would not take up these airwaves any longer. And so, and this may not have even been, so it's either he was a part of the plan as being a knowledgeable person, or this is even above Blueface's. This is even above his realm of recognition. So here's what happened. All right. Chrisean was all fine and dandy when she was with him, because that builds him, builds his brand, builds his name, right? And it's all fine and dandy when he's making her look like a fool. But when she goes on to Suave, a person under a whole nother record label, because you guys again understand the sense about money. She goes to Suave, a guy under a whole nother record label, right? And this, at this point, people aren't sure if the money is going everywhere Chrisean goes, or is it a situation where it's whoever Chrisean and Blueface are, right? So Chrisean moves on to Suave, and the eyes are still on her. They're still on her. So he's pissed off, but his heart is into it, but it's a little deeper than that. All right. So at this point, you know, he's got to get her back under his wing. Because remember, the initial problem is she won't sign to him. She will not give him full control over her life. God damn, she gave you a child. Let me make sure I can here. Let's people don't cooperate with me. It don't matter. I'm so late. Shit is monetized now, honey. Anyway, so the attention goes away to her and Suave, right? That's a problem. That's not just a love problem. That's a label for label problem, right? Because it's a problem because she won't even sign to him. All right. So here we go. In this miss, something happened where I think that he may have agreed, or again, it's above him and they made an executive decision. Listen, if we take John out of the situation, we can get her. We have to take John out of the situation. So, because he's been on probation for a while. Okay. If someone really gave a shit, he would have been arrested for the things he put these girls through. That's just the way it is. I saw an Instagram live where the baby fell off the goddamn couch. That's enough. That's enough. You can really push things like that, right? Get out of here. All right. So, but that wasn't, no. And then you got things in your face like Diddy, right? You got all this shit that's coming up at Diddy from years ago. They found out who killed Tupac. Get the fuck out of here. If they look at what they did to Wendy. If they want to be rid of one of them, they'll be rid of one of them. They sent him away because of the timing. It was time for John to go because it was time for the internet to be free again because it was costing money. And it was all going to her on that fucking Instagram. You guys need to Google how much money Instagram is worth, how much money it makes, how much traffic it gets. You know, oh my gosh, if you break this down, you'll understand that this was strategic. I don't know if it was involving John or was it above John. So in any event, they say, okay, now she totally can be controlled, John. You don't know what the fuck is going on. Let's just do this. You're going to sit down for a minute. This is what you're going to do. You're going to sit down for a minute, take you out the picture, and then we're going to have at it. And this happened. This was such a long, this is why I said that this was planned, because this actually started with James Wright Chanel. This started with Tamar Braxton. And then I got an even, and then as I keep on thinking and going up, right? Tamar, Tony's married to Birdman. A year ago, Whack 100. Birdman, he got upset with Whack 100 because he called BG a snitch. And you can Google that. That was a year ago. And there's no such thing as coincidence. I don't believe in any of this, right? So I look at that and I say, well, that means they're at least colleagues. And, of course, they're all colleagues. They all know each other, right? Oh, that's just a stupid, you called somebody a snitch. You're a grown-ass man. That's bullshit. Whack always wants to be in something so his name's going to be trending or some bullshit, right? But hey, wait. Cash Money West. Cash Money. That's just a little tip. Well, I bet if they were able to settle that, then they would be able to come up with an even further plan. So it goes like this. Tony is married to Birdman. This is Pillow Talk. And listen. Me and Whack, we're cool again. And he's tripping off this girl. Because, since she got with Blueface, he can't fucking get Blue to do the shit he wants to do, right? So now you guys, you're all from Baltimore and all this kind of shit. You know what I mean? Which, by the way, Tony never fucking says. She always says Maryland. Anyway, so you guys are all from, all right. So, and she idolizes, because who doesn't fucking know Tony Braxton and Tamar Braxton? You just be happy to get with Tamar because you always listen to Tony's songs. All right. So this is what we're going to do, right? We're going to get Tamar and invite her down there just on the whim. Nothing that she can plan for. Just on the whim, right? Going to do this. Because everybody knows when you look at it, because we're all more mature, right? We've all been there. We've all been in a situation where we can't really deal with our anger. Even if you're not drinking, if you're a person that's had to fight in fucking school, what? Okay, so you're not going to grow up and take anybody's shit, depending on where you're from, right? So it's not about that. They already know who they're dealing with or without the alcohol, but they consecrate it. All right. So they say, all right, invite her down there. Tell her she can bring whoever she wants. Sure. Because remember, I already did the video on this. Because when she brought whoever she wanted to Tamar's concert, it turned into, oh, you can bring whoever you want. Then they said, nah, 8 people. Then they said, nah, half of that. Then they said, nah, just your manager. And then they made her stand alone. All right. Okay. Yeah, because this is a strategic plan. You have to follow me because it's all about money. All right. So then she's on, so then she's alone. She's already been drinking. Then she's told by the other man, right in front of her face, he says, she ain't performing on my stage. They left all that out, but I got a video about that. She ain't performing on my stage. So now she feels hurt, alone, outcasted. Not to mention, just before this, Tony refused her hand in prayer. This grown ass woman. Wow. And all the while, she's being dragged on the whole, internet by Blueface, because at this time he's going, back to Jaden and all this other bullshit. She feels so hurt. This is so sad because that was a time where Tony could have and should have done the right thing. Those women have been through hard. Unbreak my heart. Girl, you've been through heartache. You've been through heartbreak. Why didn't you help this girl? I know y'all probably thought about this whole second, but why did you help this girl? Tony could have used that opportunity to help her. Anyway, so that ain't what we here to do. So we go through the situation and we still don't have footage of her hitting this man. Oh, well, it happened. I do believe it did happen. I do believe it happened, but it didn't happen the way they said it happened. And his tooth is still there. I got that post. So anyway, all right. She hits him. Now there's a lawsuit. Right? We already know the lawsuit is going to happen, but she hits him. He doesn't call the police. He goes to the dentist the very next day. Wow. Why would you do that? Because you know what you can incur? Charges. You can incur a bill if you go to seek medical attention. But someone who was just hit, if you're just assaulted, you don't know to go to the dentist, especially when you look at James Wright Chanel's teeth. They look corrosed. In any event, so he goes to the dentist. He doesn't call the police, doesn't do any of these things. He waits because this is a strategic plan. It's not time right now. Blueface is still home. She's still making money. She's still taking over these airwaves. And we can still bleed this thing a little bit in the Instagram and the webs right now. Okay, Tamar's name is going to go up now, and she's touring on the concert with everything she's got, right? So that's going to help. So no, James. Just incur as many charges as you can, right? We're going to hit her where it hurts. Don't worry about that. See, what happens is when you play with those people, they understand that time is money and time is of the essence. So I'm not going to throw one rock and I'm just going to get one fucking bird. I am going to have a bazooka and I'm going to blow up this whole fucking village. So that is so you have to, okay. So now we got this situation where there's something cooking up where there's money that's going to be that she's going to have to pay, right? And she's still on a kind of sort of high, but it's really starting to crash down, right? Because Blueface is now saying, oh, well, I'm not going to let you go because she tries to go with Suave. And didn't she seem a bit happy around that time? I did admit that she did seem, happy with him. I always knew that Blueface wasn't really going to let her go because he's very selfish and controlling. And he really wants to win over her. See, that's the only thing that kind of worried me, whether I don't know if he was behind this whole plan or not. So anyway, moving forward. All right, so you got the charges impending and occurring. And you've got the situation where she tries to get away from him. He doesn't let her go. So now she's feeling confused. She's breaking down on the inside. This is affecting her. She doesn't have any allies out there. She simply tried to go to this concert. This lady said that she could perform there. Then all of a sudden, this shit happened. And she wound up having to defend herself. You know what I'm saying? Probably not the best way, whatever. All right. So you got that going on. And then there was a little bit of time where they were quiet just before he gets arrested. So this is where we're about to pull this plan into gear, right? Because now she's going to be focused on him. And we're going to get her to a point where she's back on his rule and she'll do anything that he says. Because, again, she needs to feel like she's John's savior. She said this before, you guys, well, because I've been following for a long time. She needs to feel like she has gotten to a point to lower herself to him so that she can bring him up to the belief of Jesus Christ with her. That was her original plan. It didn't work like that. And she doesn't understand that he's bringing her further from Jesus than she could imagine. Because let's be real, that is called self-mutilation when you get tattoos. It just is. And when you do things further in the spirit, you put on a person's face on your body, you put words. So first of all, the English language is to write in cursive, darling, to have a spelling bee. So, these words, this is not our native tongue. You shouldn't be putting these words on your skin. But in any event, so now they've gotten to the point where she'll do anything he tells her to do, right? So if I tell you, don't go to any shows, don't make any appearances, don't make any money until I come home. Perfect, darling. So now we have her where we want her. So now she's in a situation where she can't make any money. She can, but she's refusing to, right? And, well, first, see, he needed to do something else. Wait. You got to do something. We have to make them turn on her. How could we get them to turn on? Well, it wasn't very hard because one thing that he noticed a long time ago, and I have another video on here, where he says when the white boy goes to do their little cribs thing, he says that, she has a lot of supporters. All of her supporters are fat black bitches. That's what he said. That's what he said about us. Well, I don't relate to that black thing because black land is not on the map. So that's a little weird, a little unknowledgeable with that one. But in any event, you know what I mean? So, but that's what he says. So here's the thing. It would be easy to figure that out. So then you would say, well, we need her to lose support. What we need them to turn on her. And what they noticed that a lot of us were connecting with was this whole abusive relationship thing. Honestly, she would just fight back. But I saw where she said that he started it and he did not deny it. He just smiled and shook his head, just like that kind of guy does. So, okay, right? So we all have a situation where, so we were thinking that she was in a situation where she was in love and she just wanted to get away. So, and some people were way too invested. To the point we start calling her names and getting mad that she went back to him is just ridiculous. Like, it's just a person. Just make it your own little soap opera like I did. It's not that big of a deal. But anyway, so her supporters, right? So you get to the point where you're on her side, she's moving on. See, then she went to Suave. So then that leads us to believe that she is trying to get away from Blue. Then Blue shows up. He takes the car from Suave. It's like, man, Too many of us have really literally been in situations. Child, I left everything behind. So let me see you why I was watching. And I had another relationship 10 years later. 10 years later is when I decided to try again in a serious manner. And then that motherfucker tried to kill me. So that was the other part of the relationship that I connected with. I'm wondering, will she make it out? Because he has money. And if she does stay with him and he does like to fight, she might not survive a knock around the room one night. So that became a concern too. So that got me going, right? And they have all of us going. So that's her support. So once this is one thing everyone will do, because you'll want to do it to yourself. If you are in a relationship with a man that's put his hands on you and you get away from him and your family has helped you get away from him, you will be ashamed and you will not tell anyone. You will literally go off the face of this earth if you can, if you decide to go back to that man. You will be ashamed. You will not want to involve them anymore because they already tried, right? So that's the thing. That's what happened. So a lot of people said, forget her. A lot of people took the situation like, oh my gosh, this girl, she, no, this is a young girl. This is a young girl who she needs, she needs time, she needs help, she needs guidance. You know what I'm saying? So then she sits up there, gets quiet, then she goes back and she gets the fucking tattoo. She gets the tattoo. People are pissed. They're angry. She's confused because she's thinking that you all supported her regardless, that you just love Chrisean Rock. Right? Ay, ay, ay. Adios, amigos. So, all our supporters, like the lady said, 200,000 people left within the next 2 hours when the face tattoo came about. Gone. So now they have part 1 of the plan down. Part 2. So all right. So now we have a debt incurred. Check. We have no way to make money. Check. We have her supporters gone. Check. Just in case they want to donate and give and shit like that. And she's not good. Now, a lot of people can't stand her. Check. You see this? This is a plan. This is a plan. So then we have all those things set into play. He would have had to been involved. I don't know at what point, if it was at a level where he was knowledgeable of these things, again, or if he was played as a master puppet, as as a master puppet, the puppet of another puppet. So here again, all right. So now, sport is gone, not making money. Internet waves are back, right? Instagram, people can upload and other things to get through the algorithm. It's a win, 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 win. It's a win for someone. And if you just think about the people that would monetize and benefit the most, that's it. That's a legit thing that has happened to her. They done it. They done it where smoke is far. Because the real situation is okay, great. The real situation is multiple people benefit from her leaving the Instagram. Multiple people benefit from that name going out of the algorithm. So this is what they done. All right. So lost support. All right. So now this man is locked up, and so we have her going broke. We have her mind breaking down, and he's not due to come home until July, and she's holding on to every whim, every word that he says. This is bad. This is really, really bad. And I am just hoping that he is genuine. And, I don't. It's just that, she puts too much responsibility. She put too much. You are not supposed to allow anyone to be responsible for your happiness. You are the only person responsible for your happiness. It is you. That is it. You can't wait for someone to make you happy. You can't wait for someone to come home. And if someone loves you, a man is going to tell you, I'm going to do my time alone. Because that's not the only man I met, child. A man is going to tell you, I'm going to do my time alone. What are you talking about? Especially if he treated you, girl, He proposed to a whole nother woman. I don't give a shit if he gave her a shit. And that was a shitty proposal because he told Jaden, you know I'm going to always fuck with bitches, right? I know y'all act like y'all ain't hear that part. That's the first thing he said. I got the video up too. He said, so Jay, you know I'm always fucking bitches, right? And she hurried up and nodded. And then he went ahead and proposed. Come on now. This ain't no winner. This ain't no winner. Nobody really won nothing right now. And then people be going back and forth in them comments like he's some sort of a prize. That shit is crazy. That man needs a lot of reform. He needs a lot of reform. And he really do need Jesus, Shell. For sure, I know it. Yeah. So anyway, that's the situation. It's a setup. It was a setup and it's all working. And I say, yes, please pray for him. Pray for that baby. Pray for the baby. This is fucked up. That's why I put Charleston White in that video. My most recent video. Excuse me. And it's that last part. He's talking about, because he has a whole little live that he did, but it's just that very little brief part I put in there about the baby. What happens when you're making the baby? Because, child, that is the truth. A lot of us, unfortunately, got here that way from our motherfucking parents partying. You think you just dating somebody and then y'all had one too many drinks, child. What the fuck is going on? And then you say, all right, it's cool because I like him anyway. Okay. And then they say you got to know somebody as your baby father. And I ain't talking about me, child. I ain't talking about me. I'm talking about how I got here. Okay. That's what it sounded like to me. Sounded like she was just partying with my father. She really liked him. He was cute and everything. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go into all of that, child. I ain't going into all of that. But yeah. The next thing you know, Shane know that he was like, girl, you ain't gonna motherfucker wear the beach. Yeah. So yeah, this is a setup though. I think this is a real setup from the beginning because they're gonna get you either way, one way or the other. And Chrisean never did. She has not commenced herself in the industry as of yet. And so, but in some way through him, she has, but it's just not enough. So they say, no, we're going to take this off. I'm very concerned for her because, see, I see shit ahead of time. And it's not like visually see, I just feel it in my gut. My gut ain't never lied to me. And it's real, 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 real bad too. Like I had situations, man. And I don't like it. I don't like when I have these feelings about people and things, especially and I be right. So when I first see, I always get them confused. It's Marsh. I don't know if Marsh is the Italian looking one or is Marsh the brown girl. But Marsh, if Marsh is the brown girl, that is not her motherfucking friend. And I don't think that skinny one is either. And I was only looking for, I was just wondering, I said, it's only a matter of time that these girls will be gone anyway. These girls, I'm looking in their eyes. First of all, you're grown women. You're not actually girls at 20, right? So I've seen women fight for their friends in high school. I wasn't raised that way. My mother said, I'm going to whoop your ass. If I find out that you fought another person battle, okay, I hope you got some left because I'm going to beat your ass. I wasn't raised like that because my mother ain't no joke because my mother will come out there and fight for me. So I couldn't get myself into other shit. But anyway, and my mother will fight you, your mother, your father, that's the mother I got. And that's how she would. My mother knocked out a whole motherfucker policeman. She is the one, honey. Brooklyn, in the house. Anyway. So yeah. That damn lady that threw me all the way fucking off. I don't even know what the fuck I was saying. Well, you know I was scared of my mother. You know I'm scared of my mother. When I forgot everything, I was just saying, chill, I'm scared of this lady. What was I saying? Oh my God. But anyway, they set the damn boy up. They set the girl up. And we really do need to pray. Oh, Marsh and the bitches. Damn, I told you. I'm scared of my mother. I totally forgot. So I'm looking at Marsh and shit. First of all, you are not supposed to fight other people's battles. All right. So when these girls sit up there and because they have children, right? First of all, I'm not putting you before my children. So I know you're not my friend. You're not my friend. You don't give a fuck about me. If you're willing to put your own ass at risk and your promise is supposed to be made to your children, you got to make a home of your child every night. It ain't about me. It ain't about Chrisean, right? You see what I'm saying? But she ain't had that kind of sense to know that. That's what I said. That's why I said I pray for that girl. Okay? So I pray for it because it's just a lot of values and just like it's just like I don't even know what to call a lot of these things I have to say. You know what I mean? I don't fucking know. Character, moral compass, what the fuck? Life lessons, shit. But you ain't supposed to fight nobody. You see, once some girls put themselves in a situation to do that, they say, I don't give a fuck if I go to jail. I go to jail for you, bro. But bitch, you got a kid. So no, you can't be around me. You can't be around me. You can't be around me and you willing to go to jail. I don't need you. First of all, I don't need you to do that for me. Because bitch, we might be fighting one day. I don't need no woman or no man to like it's a person right there and she got a problem with me. That's between me and her. I don't even deal with third party instigations. I had left a comment. I added Layla Lynn TV because I've been watching Layla Lynn TV for about if that girl been on it for 10 years, I've been watching her for 10 years. Okay? I've been watching since I was only a subscriber on my little sneaky subscriber channel since 2013. That's how long I actually been on YouTube. So I added Layla Lynn on this channel because she said on her channel that James Wright, she said, don't nobody want to work around with no missing tooth. And that tooth ain't missing, honey. It's scathed. And you can't scathe no tooth. That's why all of a sudden they brought out some shit with no rings. I'm sorry, no ma'am, that won't work. That won't work. Just bring a dummy into that courtroom, like I said, and you just bring everything imitation. You bring a woman with the size and the size and weight, the height and weight of Chrisean Rock. Similar body structure. You have that woman have on the same weight of rings, the same designer, you can have like a motherfucker. If you rent it, you can get the actual rings. Okay. And she got a lawyer, they can get this done. So she gets an imitation of a person there, and you have them fucking demonstrate on a real set of teeth on a dummy, the fucking knock. And let's see if that motherfucking tooth come out, if it's chipped, if it's scathed, because the man's tooth is in. So anyway, I said all that to say I don't take third-party instigation. So somebody left a comment, she didn't say that. What are you talking about? Yes, she did. And that's why I added her and not you. None of us need a spokesperson. Thank you very much. Please dismiss yourself from this conversation. And I said all that in the comments verbatim. I'm not the one. I speak for myself. I will stand for myself. And that is it. And that is all. I don't need nobody to do that shit for me. And guess what? I ain't doing it for you, horror. And you're going to learn too. No good deed goes unpunished. Okay? If they ain't employ you, then what your business is. And that's the truth. That is the truth, honey. Because a lot of times you think you helping people and shit. Child. Anyway, move forward. So anyway, back to Marsh and Marsh Madness. So they was not her friends because they were willing to put themselves in a situation where they couldn't be moms to their children for this girl. And it wasn't for this girl, it was for money. It was for money. And I'm watching them day after day, these live streams. It's chaotic. Don't the kids go to school? I don't know daycare. There's nothing going on. And I get that it was like around the holidays sort of thing, but it's like all the time. And these are grown women and not going home. What's up with that? We're not having a slumber party for life just because I got money. Doesn't she understand? And I'm thinking to myself, doesn't she understand that when that money goes away, they are going to go away. They're not going to be there. And they sure enough went away. Because they're gone. And the latest video, you see Chrisean all there by herself with the baby. Some people might talk to her on the phone every now and then. But I don't even believe that they do that. I don't believe they do that because she sounds so broken. She sounds like she's holding on to every word. She's waiting by the phone. She said, why didn't you call me, Daddy? Oh my God. And that's just one way that the bitches weren't no friends. The bitches definitely weren't no friends because they'd have been, first of all, that one girl gave the baby to Blueface that night. Then he came, girl, what are you talking about? If he'd had no key to that house, he'd have dropped right there at the door. Usually there's a window above your front door. Girl, I poured some hot ass water on him from the window. I'd have poured the hot ass water on him, he'd have been gone. I'd have never opened the door. My baby would have still been in the house. If you told me the instructions are not to let Blueface in here, we're not letting him in here. That's on period. So no, that's not a friend. That's not a friend. And she gave me the inclination when she was around Blueface that Blueface could get, he could talk her into doing whatever he wanted. And this is the brown one I'm talking about. And because I see something else too, right? This is another thing that we go through. Now, isn't this strange how all of a sudden, gotta watch this video too. When I get off of here, I'm gonna watch this video. I seen this video that I refuse to watch, honey, because I won't even listen to certain shit. I ain't even about to let you put certain shit in my ear. So it's a video that's saying that Chrisean Rock, that she doesn't like dark skinned women. I said, I ain't watching that bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. Her mother is a whole motherfucking brown skinned woman. Her mother is think about a shade darker than me, bitch, and I'm definitely brown. Well, cinnamon. You know what I mean? But yeah, no girl, I ain't trying to hear that. I don't believe that. But I'm wondering who started that, right? Because I say, here's the next thing that's about to happen. The next thing that's about to happen is people, her secrets are about to start being told now. I knew it. I say, because once the money runs out, that's when the people start talking because they can make money off of the shit that they know about you. So these two girls, Marsh and the other girl, are going to start talking about her pretty soon. Be on the lookout for that. All the shit that they know about her. And I think that's one of the reasons why she tried to live her life so out loud. Because, and that's another thing that I think she didn't even try. That's kind of who she is. That's one of the things that attracted, Blueface was attracted to, because it's so sneaky in that industry. Everything is so, ooh, child. This is why I'm saying. So there was something else that happened. Crazy in Love. There's an episode of Crazy in Love where, and I knew that he had really messed up with Rap 100. Because he says to him, he say something, and then she like, Chrisean like, no, fuck that, Wack, shut the fuck up or something, some shit like that, chill, some shit that was disrespectful with Wack. So then he looked at Blue, he was like, so you just gonna let her like something or whatever? And then Blueface just looked to the ground like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. So he was looking like, oh, I can't believe this shit. Oh, all right. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like this shit was a plan from long ago, bro. It probably always was like a plan B. It would make more sense to be a plan B. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna happen regardless if she play her cards like this. Mm, mm, mm. And on the other hand, it could be above Blue, because Blue is he's the one that means the most to the industry because he's locked into contract. So absolutely, whatever he does, everything he does, they are 100% in control of. And by him dealing with her, they feel less in control. So just really wondering what the fuck is going to happen next. And, I was really hoping, I was hoping on something really, gosh, I don't know. I hope so, though. I mean, you can't feel bad for like hoping, right? You can always hope and pray for the best. I hope this is like a long shot, right? And he's probably not been in there long enough for this to happen, but you never know how things can happen to people, right? Wouldn't it be amazing if in there, some kind of way, he just decided to turn his back on the industry? Wouldn't it be amazing if he decided that he's going to get rid of his tattoos? What if something happened where he just decided that he was going to live his life like a straight up and down, like a Native American brown man the way he's supposed to? You know what I'm saying? And even further, I could say something else, but you know what I mean? For those who don't know, 144,000. And you always know the deal. So yeah, if he was to do that, if he was to totally make it like a 360-degree turnaround, and just that would be wild as shit. And that would be like, that's the most best thing that I could hope for, because it would save the souls of so many. It would help the lives of so many, because there's so many people I didn't realize, because I'm not really into this thing like this, you know what I'm saying? But as far as what it all means to like the youth, you know what I'm saying? And those actual like numbers on that scale. I just know that those viewer numbers equal money numbers, and shit's crazy. So, but there's a lot of people that probably like, nah, I'm done with this. He's a clown, or he's a square. You know what I mean? Like, if he decides to not rap about bitches and hoes, if he wants to be like a good dad, if he just wants to be like a fruitful young man, you know what I'm saying? Like a stand-up guy. That could save the lives of so many people. And it would be looked at, like, it would gain him so much favor in the kingdom of heaven. And I mean, it would be totally unexpected. Like, totally. And I'm sure that the punishment from like the people he's been serving so far here on earth would be horrible, but it doesn't matter. You can only die once. You can only die once, bro. Doesn't matter. And everybody's supposed to die a great death and live a great life. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go live my great life and and finish studying. I am actually 80% of the way through my coursework where my life is gonna be changed forever. And this is so crazy because I literally already took this course before, but then I let the entire licensure go because I am a very emotional person. Isn't that crazy? I said that. I literally have been running from money. I see that now, and I've been running from like success and stuff because I know like success is gonna bring money in this world. And I don't want to be broke, but I don't want to have more than, like, I don't want to be nervous. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? And but moreover, right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and move forward with, like, you know, just dealing with my talents and letting them push me forward in life because I want to provide safety for my family. Having my autistic son, I just realized how dangerous the fucking world is, and I never knew that. I didn't know it could be that fucking bad, and it can't, like, it's really bad if you can't, like, all the way fend for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So the fuck. And so yeah, so now I gotta finish trying to be like, just gotta let this success thing grow. Let not being successful go, and let this thing grow. Because I like always run. Like, even with the channels, I got like all those subscribers on the other channel and I just ran away. I didn't even bother to keep it growing. I just started doing this one some more. And I just don't have time to run away again. So I'm not. I was like, I'm just gonna run into like my career and I'm just gonna leave this to be a hobby and stuff. So let's just pray for each other. You know what I mean? Because like, I'm just gonna like make my money, send my son to private school. And then I'm gonna do what this one guy does on YouTube. His name is Penguins. He gives money away. He was giving money away tonight. Oh yeah, I'm fucking doing that. Yeah. Because that guy's cool as shit. And okay, so please subscribe to him. It's Penguins. And you also may want to follow him on Twitch. He literally gives, he gives money a fucking way. I thought it was every month. So he has like over 1 million subscribers. So it's so gangsta around there that people are like super chatting him because they want to win the money thing. So tonight, and he literally gives away like thousands of dollars in small increments. You just like send him your request. Oh my God. And I want to help people like that, bro. And I think that's a good solution for like, if it ever becomes too much money for me, that's a great way to get rid of it. Yeah. All right, guys. I want to thank you for joining me. Don't forget the bell. And please, D. We play the outro. Yeah. Don't forget the bell. Like the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Bye-bye.
Asking y'all to turn y'all. God damn! I'm good. Good catch. That's how you know I'm drunk. This for the God.